Thank you for tuning in to Abundant Moments. The other night at Prayer and Share, we were talking about Esther. And if you haven't read the book of Esther in a while, or perhaps you've never read it, I challenge you to read Esther in the Old Testament. Esther was an amazing story, a true account of a young woman who put her whole life on hold, her life in jeopardy, and God honored that. And as you read, you discover that she was one of those that for 12 months was groomed to possibly be chosen to be the next queen. Although she was not in line to be chosen, she was actually a Jew and it was a Persian king, and she had to hide her identity, but yet she was the one that was chosen, and ultimately God used her to save the entire nation of Israel. You see, we never know what God will use us to do until we take that first step. And she took that first step after being encouraged to do it. She took that first step, and as she was being groomed for 12 months with so many other young women, she decided to find out, what did the king like? What was his favorite colors? What type of garment did he like? And she wanted to make sure that she knew what he liked so he would choose her. So many times in our lives, we want to know, what do I want? And we tell God what we want. But have you ever thought about asking God what he wants? What type of worship does he want from you? What type of praise pleases him? What actually pleases him in your doings and your goings? When we do this, we see God's profound favor upon our lives, just like Queen Esther saw with the king, and he chose her. She become the Queen Esther. And God wants us today to know that his hand is upon us. He blesses us. He wants to use us. And as we step out in faith, we never know how far he will take us and use us once he sees that he can and he can trust us. But the key is seeing what pleases God. And as we develop that relationship with him and we discover what he loves and what makes him happy, so to speak, and what pleases him, we see that we are so, so blessed, because what pleases him ultimately is the best for us and pleases us as well. So I want to encourage you today, get to know God even more. Find out what he likes and let's bless him. He has so blessed us. Thank you for tuning in.